improve the economy, strong naira. They are not doing anything like that. They are talking to you that they are going to do. They are already, in fact, the whole world is happy with what they are doing, but you can't see it. You can't see, you see all their other actions. They are actions that are actually like, in opposite of what they are telling you. So it's not hard, is it? It shouldn't be that hard. But a lot of us believe that we can live that lie. But you can't lie to yourselves. Okay? So all these are going up. The end users are the real people, you and me, whose salaries have not been increased. There is no different value for your 30,000 naira salary. There is no different value for that your 100,000 naira salary. This is 100,000, 100,000, no. If your salary is 200,000 naira, it is 200,000, no. There is no different value for it. So it simply means if I go to the market with my 30,000 naira, they won't say because I be 30,000 naira salary earner, they have a different price for my rice, for my food, different price for my for gas, for fuel and the rest. No, I will buy in the same market that you, earning 100,000, earning 200,000, earning 500,000, whatever you are earning. And you know that Nigerians are so poor right now that people, they gossip about their own poverty. You know that kind of thing? They will say, Omo, the poverty of those families, the kind of poverty where these ones get, Baba, my own see better. Then another one will come and say, Baba, your own is this, poverty is like something that is so visible. People feel it. You all see it. So they are directly at you. So you're going to have to buy from the same market. You're going to have to use the same hospital. Your doctors have families. Your children the teachers teaching your children, they also have families to feed. They have rents to pay. They have elderly people to care for too. They have dreams and aspirations too. So those of you who have not have all those improved whatever to cut down this effect of all of this on you, they say they make sacrifice. Continue making sacrifices. So why they continue to increase things that could actually make life a little bit less tough like this. So we expect the Tinubu, INEC, and the rest of them to start defending the 2023 charade. But there are some new developments, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? There are some new developments. Part of this new development is that it's not surprising, people like us, we know that it's just a matter of time before a lot of you will agree with us that Nigeria, as it is currently constituted, as it has been hijacked by the criminals disguising as leaders, you cannot save this Nigeria by following the rules set by these same rogues. You cannot beat them in their game. You know what they say about dumb Nigerians, foolish Nigerians, or foolish people rather, generally foolish people, stupid people. They said, don't try to battle with certified stupid people. Young, new, old, new. Don't try. Once you know this person is a fool, their line of thought and everything is completely like off point, self-hating mofos, the ideal thing is to avoid them. Everything that will bring you together, trying to explain to them anything at all, you should avoid it. You know why? A fool is a fool, even at 40. You cannot change a fool. Now, only life experience changes fool, and not all the time, okay? If you try to change a fool, they will drag you. That fool will drag you down to his level. After dragging you down to his level, it will now beat you with experience. You know, you are not a fool. So when you try to want to explain things to certified fools, old, young, it doesn't matter. When you cite them, ignore them. Life experience will teach them. But if you reject my advice, they will bring you to their level. Before you know it, when I don't dey inside gutter together, it will be minutes or hours later that you begin to regret. Why did I actually get involved in that with that person, man? It owe me. And there are many of you who have actually experienced that. Don't go down the same route with fools trying to change them. They will drag you down, and beat you with experience because they have no shame. Right? So this all confused Nigeria and the clarity that also comes with it, because people can choose to be ignorant, okay? You can choose to be like, pretend that you don't know anything, okay? It will be a choice in this day and time. We saw what happened before, during, and after their 2023 charade. I told you, every time they tell you to go through the normal route, if you are not happy with the way Nigeria is going, go through the normal route. Go through the normal channel. Go and join election. Go and register to vote. Go and campaign. Go and go through the right channel. Don't try to say revolution. No. It's not good. That's not the right channel. I said, when they tell you to go through the right channel, it is because they own the channel that they called right. They set the rules. And I did say that although I didn't have that kind of influence to discourage a lot of you to invest your time, energy, and the rest of that in it, because they will drag you to that level and they will beat you in it. This is their life. I mean, you actually made it more like life and death for them too. And they responded in the same manner. You thought you were following the right channel. Go and get your PVC. Mobilized, sensitized, enlighten people. Why it is so important. Young people, for the first time, they got involved in the politics of their country. They were having clearer, intelligent conversation around the political development in their country. They were so enthusiastic. And I was like, people like us were like, the doomsday sayer. I beg, don't discourage us. I'm not discouraging you. If there's anything you're going to gain from all of this, it is experience. That's all. I can write the script and it will be exact way it is predicted. It's not hard. Of course, yeah. You will never know if you don't try. So people ended up having to follow the right channel. They registered to vote. They sponsored and followed a candidate. A candidate that left a major political party. 2 major political parties in Nigeria. Started afresh 10 months before their elections. Changed the political geography of Nigeria. Somebody who gave PDP, APC the run for their money. All of this happened before our very eyes. We saw APC, we saw PDP scampered for safety. The result that came out of that, the one they managed to release, even showed that. So that's the only shock I got from that thing. I'm one of those who believe that they will never, ever make a mistake enough to let Peter Obi even win one single state. It's not going to happen. That was my own shocker from the whole experience. So the entire system got shocked. But again, they wrote the rule. They are the one who wrote the rules. They are the ones who are going to mobilize to execute whatever nonsense they are doing. They are still in charge. So to beat them in their game, it simply means that the day will turn night. In fairness, the obedient were ready for the day to turn to night, or for night to turn to day. You're going to cheat us. Just like that, they became a force, a very, very formidable force. That it became, another surprise I got was that before obedience came, I actually thought all of us disliked APC and everything APC. That's what I thought. I mean, I thought all of us disliked APC. Afibati obedient, when obedient came, the battle was like, why are you not disliking obedience? Are you trying to talk? Are you trying to make them your friends? I was like, wait, APC, PDP, Revolution Now, and the rest of all these other names everywhere. It was like a gang of us. This cash civis, here and there. What did they happen? I thought all of us hated bad government. All of us believed that, what's going to happen? People will never do you anything at all. You have to hold the right to hate them. That happened. That's another shocker. Where I get. That is why today, if me they do my thing, and somebody say, I'm inviting you to come and feature. I'm not a feature in anything. No. My dear sister Amaka, I got your email. This is why I know the feature in anything, because I don't know anybody's agenda anymore. It be like, say, what you have in Nigeria, people react when they are not part of their sharing formula, they are not part of something. And if they feel like something is coming to disrupt the status quo, the same status quo that if ordinarily you would think, now all of us hate the system in Nigeria. Now when obedience came, now when I realized that, APC, PDP, the rest, they don't become friends on top the obedient. Now obedient can't become the most dangerous people, the most dangerous thing. People can't, they warn people and say, these people are going to become this and that. Oh, they are trying to do kilo day. So no, I know they feature in anything. Nobody should invite me to any platform. Sorry. If you come to Mayegun's Diary Political, what you are coming to do is you are coming to tell us your own views and different views on here. I know they go anywhere again. Okay? Because you don't know anybody's agenda. People where they shout, Biafra, Biafra this, Biafra that. You get one of them will come on to this Mayegun's Diary Political. This their charade election. The guy finally was wearing Tinubu's cap, APC. The same APC that we saw massacre innocent people. 28 young people were killed the day they wanted to go and kill Nnamdi Kanu in his house. 28 young people who stood and said the military cannot gain access and take Nnamdi Kanu. We were shouting Biafra here. He came here. He was here. Go and check on some of my old videos. Something happened. The next thing I see on the wear Tinubu's cap. He's now attacking his own fellow brothers. He's now like, I know the truth about us. I was like, so I beg. So it's not a slot to you, okay? Because this their 2023 charade, exactly the way I predicted it, is what happened. I knew it. The people on this platform, where we raised a lot of money. From this, a lot of money we raised, the people who became victims of this same APC, Egbekegbe in Nigeria, Yoruba Nation campaigners, when they killed 2 people inside the Igboho's house, they packed another 12. They took them to Abuja because they said they support and stand for what? The independent Yoruba Nation. Under APC, Egbekegbe, this platform gave them over 20 million naira. Over 20 million naira. There's a particular set of them. They were given over 5 million naira because they wanted to bribe DSS from disturbing them for standing up and believing in Yoruba. They are part of the APC, Egbekegbe today. So Abi Gidaduro, Mayegun General, the only family I seem to have right now outside this temple, they are the Yoruba Union, members, the people that actually came together to make their own personal sacrifice, personal contribution into developing Yoruba land. I mean, they are not asking for anything. So back to the Asharede election. They will play all of these. They will do this, they will do that. Eventually, at the end of the day, everything is going to end up back to square one, where you thought you were trying to run away from. And that's exactly what has happened. But it hasn't happened completely right now. Because for the first time, they have one strong candidate, Peter Obi, and then two other weak candidates, but enabled by their control over the rotten system, the right channel. Go and follow the right channel. If you want Nigeria, go and follow the right channel. So people decide to go and register to vote. Fast forward to February 25. The people that promised them, the same system that promised them that this particular election is international, is a technology, is a all this nonsense, they started changing the tone. You don't have any structure, you cannot win election in Nigeria. Obedient demystified that. I have never seen, if anybody ever kind of prophesied to me or kind of told me that a day will come that in that same Nigeria, the establishment, APC, PDP, military, police, royal fathers, royal mothers, militancy, kidnappers, bandits, Boko Haram, that a day will come that they will all be terrified that there is possibility for the old order, the known rogues, the status quo to lose power in Nigeria. And guess what? They couldn't let that happen. Nobody want Nigeria to get better. And the Asharede election has shown that. You have seen where everybody belong, Abi? Then they said, go to court. Now, you see in these courts now, there is a problem. Before now, it would have been PDP challenging the winner. And by, somehow they would have worked something out and say, for the sake of national unity. But there is one person, there is one person that has become a Okonlawon. This guy dealt with these two old men that they lost, they rigged everywhere. They couldn't rig a Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. And they needed Abuja, but they were so destabilized. There are a lot of you don't even know how happy Tinubu is right now, that he seems to be getting away with it. It's unbelievable. It was almost done. But they went along with it anyway. Damn the consequence. But here is the problem. This particular guy, Obi, where they caught, what he is bringing and the evidence at play, Atiku this time around as well, the evidence at play, in this whole context right now, is a new experience for Nigeria judiciary to start with. They've never dealt with anything like this before. So, how would they go about it? Should now technicality they normally use. Abi? It seems that technicality may kind of be hard to prove this time, considering the candidate, the person involved. Everything about Tinubu is fake, forged. I mean, like from document to document. The real Tinubu that went to Chicago, now girl, the document still show that is the girl. The Tinubu, Bola Tinubu that went to Chicago was a girl. So everything about him is fake. And it's so fake that to find technicality in legitimizing him, it go take some tough mind though. But they did it anyway. They announced him winner. He got sworn in. He's parading himself as a president right now. What could be more daring? Just for the court to legitimize it for him. Now, to legitimize it now, they are even making it worse. Remember that they said they suspended the uploading of election results, for presidential results, deliberately, right? And they said, oh, they were hacked. In that their tribunal, it has been proved that INEC deliberately turned it off. Nobody hacked INEC. So in this last, the court said INEC should produce the result they announced. This person scored 8.5 million. That one scored this and that. Okay, oh yeah, bring the evidence of what you announced. From that evidence, 18,088 polling units. The result now blank. Or somebody will take selfie picture. No number. How did you then announce results when you have 18,000 polling units without any provable results? Now, INEC started deleting. Mahmoud Yakubu started deleting all the results. Now, they are doing some cook and then serve on that INEC server. So today, you know what I did? When somebody mentioned it, they said the issue of a 25% in Abuja, which INEC currently is battling to prove is so bad. Yeah? Just give me a second. INEC is battling to prove that they announced the winner unconstitutionally. Okay? So, you know what they have done? I'm going to bring that up for you. Okay? Give me a sec. They deactivated the IREV. You know what I mean? That of Abuja, they deactivated it. Now, after deactivating, they started the cooking. The original results from that Abuja, as announced by this same Mahmoud at the time, was this. Okay? So, which gave Kolu 20% or 18% in Abuja. Right? So, they are already changing that now. When they reactivated the IREV for Abuja, you know what has changed? The result announced by INEC before, deleted, which is still being disputed, by the way. Okay? So, 20% APC, 16% PDP, 63% Labour Party. Now, with the new one they tried to put up, which is also different from the result printed for the courts, they have reduced Labour Party to 58%. They still couldn't add 25% for Kolu, but they are trying. Okay? They are trying to, by the time they will finally say this is the original result, it may come with Kolu with 25%. Okay? So, they have increased PDP number 2. They have increased it to 19%. Remember that the guy, Philip Aduda, that senator from Abuja, who got the shock of his life when an obedient senator also defeated him. And he did everything to see if they could change it in the last minute. It didn't work. He's in court to say INEC made mistake. So what INEC is now cooking now in their defense, in order to say Tinubu won, is to come around and present this scanty info and tell the court they don't have the rest. Are you with me? The court, they are, no, we don't have the rest. We are sorry. And the judges will go and write their judgment. Another kind of day that is likely going to be a dark day again, especially for those of you who are religiously following this and praying, having realized the darkness that Tinubu and his people represent. They may tell you it is too early. No, it is not. You will feel them. And you will feel them, you will speak out. Enough. That you are banking on the court. That the court, you are waiting for how the court is going to, after all this evidence. And they are still going to continue. To legitimize Tinubu. Ladies and gentlemen. The dark day of March 1st, when Mahmoud Yakubu announced Kolu, despite the fact that he didn't meet the constitutional requirement to be announced winner, in an election that could have actually that could have gone into rerun until a clear winner is announced. That same dark day that got everybody, instead of celebrating and jubilating, the whole country got so, that's exactly what the appeal court is going to do. Okay. Do you know that I would be so much happy for you and for the rest of the real Nigerians who have seen shege enough, and the ones that their shege is currently taking his own tattoo number, being sent to which part of Nigeria is going to be, I would wish that the court will help you, act on the evidence for real, and indeed remove this criminal. But if you are, if you are expecting a criminal system to do the right thing in this regard, Baba, man, no lie you. I think I would love to have that same faith like you. I'm not questioning it, but at the same time, I'm telling you, the people you are dealing with, they don't reason that way. It is so bad and ridiculous that it will be so insulting that your anger will be felt by everybody around you. That is what Nigeria is. It breaks your heart enough that you can't even explain it. They themselves can't explain it. It is what it is. But it would have been the joy if the court says, well, with the evidence before us, this criminal, this drug lord, can no longer parade himself as the president of Nigeria, at least for a moment. Let's see something called national celebration. It will shock you that even the northern Nigeria, they told you, supported him, voted for him. The celebration will be more louder in northern Nigeria than it will be in southern Nigeria, honestly speaking. Because they don't want him. Yeah, they don't. But again, only time we what? We tell. So I'm not going to make you feel bad because it's not in my hand. It's not in your hands. It's no longer even in the hands of Peter Obi himself. It is now in the hands of what they are going to play out. I don't want to repeat how they did it in the past. But again, life is a teacher. The more you live, the more you learn. So thank you so much, everybody who has been here so far, by the way. So if you are, you can still you can still like this broadcast, okay? That's something you can say. We have been on for 90 minutes. There's not been any single blink, and there's not been any single freeze. That is an achievement to those who have kept faith with Mayegun's diary political all this while. Let's take a break, okay? We will come back, we will continue from this in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
And the only way out for us is to continue to do that in the next 4 years. This particular aspirant, as you all know, you can go and check it, the records are there. This is somebody that has been arrested for spending fake American dollars in a nightclub in America. And he's been detained for months. And he knows that he has won mock shots for months before this whole thing was quenched. He's also known that he doesn't have the competence to do what he's being propelled to do. The records are there in Bagara General Hospital. This is somebody that has gone for rehabilitation before. We don't want to go too far, but we know. And we know. Now the truth is,
So, ladies and gentlemen, just for confirmation purpose, I'm going to put on the screen now. If you have a time, you can go and check if you can access the 2023 election results that happened in Nigeria, if you can still access that on your own device. Now, you know something. If you go onto Google, one sec. Let me make this tiny adjustment, so to say. One sec. Right. So if you go on to, for example, Google, right, and say INEC, IREV, portal. So this suggested there. So I've been there a few times. Okay. So if you go to INEC like this, and it goes onto their website. This is their website. If you want to check your status, if you can vote or not, that one is working. So you can check. Okay. But if you go back and you click on election results, oh, it's finally back. Oh, great. Then you go on to this. Oh, this is where we're still going. Oh, Abuja presidential election results. Great. So if you check out the top left, yeah, at the top left, you will see they say Nigeria has 176,846 polling units. Today is 27th of June, and that should be 5 months after they conducted the presidential election in Nigeria, okay? And to this day, they've only uploaded just about 75% of the results, but they've made the announcement, the winner. Now, if you now go on, where's that Abuja FCT? So this is after the whole, what have you, let me show you that again. Coming back to that too. This is after the changes that you later noticed here, right? And, oh, I'm thinking I could get you all of them up. Right. Now, take your time, just as simple as this. So take your time, okay, and begin to go over them. If you have that, I won't be able to show you all of that right now, okay, to make that comparison and all that in a way. Sorry, I still have that cover up. Let me take that cover off for you. But take your time. You see this row? Take your time. They've put them back. Oh, for those of you who have been having issue with that FCT result and all that, right? They've managed to put them back on now. You can continue your inspection of it. But the manipulation before they shut it down earlier today was this that I shared with you earlier. So the result that showed that gave APC about 18% of the votes is gradually changing. Okay, they are doing the cooking, the plus or minus, the cooking they're serving right now in all of their IREV, whichever one they are working on, they will shut it down. By the time you go back on and check, this is what they want to present as their defense somehow. And people said, well, it is now left for the respondents, that is Obi, Atiku, and the rest of, because the way it actually works is that, see, in the last few weeks that you have been reading the news about their tribunal, right? The people who have been presenting evidence, presenting witnesses, and doing all the cross-examination and the rest have been Obi's and Atiku. In these coming days, INEC is going to start asking the court to reject Obi's petition, Atiku's petition. Tinubu's lawyers are going to begin to ask the court to remove and reject all these petitions. Now, what they are planning to present are already being doctored. 5 months after presidential election, 25% of the votes results are still yet to be uploaded. Think about that. So yeah, the next part of this chat tonight is a question that I would rather let you call in and talk about it, okay? Yesterday, I did a program, and that program was about people who have weaponized religion, and they believe that when they kill people because of religion, they are defending the sanctity and the righteousness of that religion or something like that, or fighting for profit and all that, they kind of weaponized. So I was asking myself, sort of thinking, okay, and I have heard people ask the same question, okay, if a death sentence is punishment in Sharia northern Nigeria, okay, if death sentence is punishment for blasphemy, if I say something now that they believe that it's a blasphemy against the prophets or against the religion, so I could be killed. So if death sentence is that, if I say something like that, is I should be killed, what is the punishment for looting, corruption? So that's why I said that's going to be like a question that others should probably answer, right? What is the punishment in Sharia North? What is the punishment for looters? What is the punishment for, kidnappers? What is the punishment for those who loot the public resources that could provide education and other infrastructure for people that could improve their lives? There must be a punishment for that if blasphemy is death sentence. I'll leave that to them if they will call him from that Sharia North. But I am going to go make myself, or get myself another kind of juice, okay? Then I will take calls. Chimanu, thank you very much for your super chat, by the way. I appreciate that, okay? Thank you. So I'm going to leave the line open, but we'll take another break, okay? And then we'll have the conversation further. Thank you very much for your time so far. If you are leaving, please don't leave without dropping your offering, okay? Like the broadcast if you have to leave. But you can also be part of this by calling in. I also have a good news, by the way, which is not bad to share now. So I received the report that we have taken delivery of 10 wheelchairs that we intend to share to some of our physically challenged children in Yoruba land. Okay, so we have taken delivery of them. We paid for them, Yoruba Union. That's what I'm telling you about Yoruba Union. Ours is to see what we can do to improve the lives of our people, improve their access to the right information, and possibly the empowerment they need to stand up all together, all of us, right? To take ourselves out of this doldrum called Nigeria. So we know that what we do is not because we want any reward from it or any glorification from it, but we do this in order to encourage other people that, listen, there are ways that we can put resources together, not just change the orientation of people, but change their lives, and indeed change the course of a destiny for all of us. It's possible. You can start small. We are that proof. So yeah, we paid. Let me see if I can show you that. 1.2 million naira of our money went into this, and I have been told that we have taken delivery of them, and I will also come back here to share with you the moment the beneficiaries have been contacted. So thank you to every one of you who has always been like supportive on this program, and all of Mayegun's there is ideas and projects that support and impact on people's lives, most especially those who are in Nigeria. The same people we talk about all the time. We don't just talk about what is going on in Nigeria. We know those who are the victims, and indeed we are doing our own little bit by bit, to see how we can change the narrative as well as the trajectory too. But we can't change anything if the people that are supposed to be the driver of this change are completely in the ass of their oppressor. So it's a long one, a long shot, right? Please join us, okay? I'm gonna go grab another another can, and when I get back, I'll take calls. Okay, don't go anywhere if you want to call in, if you want to listen to the conversation further. Okay, I'll be back. There's somebody I want you to listen to. Issa Yuguda talking about subsidy in their own, political language. Something that you should listen to. A quick one.
Stating that anyone shouting for the retention of subsidy is connected with the scammers. Well, let's take a look.
I was privileged to serve as the chairman of the subcommittee 2008 and 2009 under the economic meltdown. I was one of the members, 3 of us governors and some other members with Mr. President as chairman. So I chaired the committee on subsidy and everything about the subsidy regime. And then the scam in the subsidy review was discovered by my committee. And of course, since then, recommendations were made, which unfortunately were never implemented. And it's very sad. I'm sad to let Nigerians know that from what I saw, we came across situations where subsidy was claimed on pipelines that never existed. You just claim that I would have pumped X amount of, either finished products or crude, maybe from Kaduna, from Warri to Kaduna.
By NNPC? Making this claim?
Of course, who else is doing it?
Oh dear.
Those that pump and those that are in the subsidy scam, they just fill papers, invoices, and they claim subsidy on it. In fact, there was an instance of a pipeline that was supposed to exist between Lagos and Warri. And tons of monies were collected on subsidy on a pipeline that never existed. This is Nigeria for you.
Well, all right. I mean, I got that.
For you. So as you're all praying that Tinubu's government will favor you and favor your family, as you are waiting for that favor, somebody else is also helping you to pray for more. And it is the first daughter of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Fola Shade.
Let's listen as she issue out a prayer points.
Ọlọ́run kó wá gbà fún wa tó jẹ́ kán ní ipa rere ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ipa rere yẹn ó ṣe pàtàkì. Ipa rere ó ní Ànábì Ibrahim òun náà ní nílùú Mẹ́kà yìí tó jẹ́ pé ipa ojú ẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀ ò parẹ́ nílùú Mẹ́kà. Téèyàn bá dé Mẹ́kà tí ò bá tí ì lọ di Màkámọ́ Ibrahim. Ibẹ̀ ni ìyá ìkọ́kọ́ dùn lọ lánàá bá ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ tàwa fún kọ́lọ̀ ń bá wa ṣe wọ́n náà bẹ́ẹ̀. Ààyè náà wá wọ àsọ̀rọ̀ ààyè nìkan jáde lẹ́yìn ọdún mẹ́jọ. Lẹ́yìn ọdún mẹ́jọ kó jáde láàyè. Nígbà tó bá tún wá jáde láàyè tán kó tún ṣe àlàáfíà ara mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ààrẹ tó ti sáàbù Nàìjíríà tó ti fi àdàgbà ètò rọ̀ tó fi lẹ́lòmíì lọ́wọ́ kó tún ṣàlàáfíà ara bẹ́ẹ̀ kí orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà má gbàgbé wọn láéláé sí rere because ọba tó bá jẹ tìlú tòrò ànígbàgbé ẹ̀ èyí tó jẹ kí ìlú kiri bákan náà ànígbàgbé ẹ̀ tó kọ́lọ̀ ń kó ṣe wọ́n ló nípa rere lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tó jẹ́ pé ńgbà tó bá lọ tán a lọ má ṣe gbàgbé lọ́lọ́run á ṣe wọ́n lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà.
Ọlọ́run kò jẹ́ kó sẹ́bẹ̀. Ọlá bisimilahi rahman rahim. Bàbá wa di Ọlọ́run má sọ di tàn rí dèrèdè má wà lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run má sọ di.
Let's listen as she
That is the first daughter of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Asking the Afar, they traveled to Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabia is closer to God, according to them, right? So when they went there, they now go and pray for Nigeria there. So she's asking the Afar as prayer points what the Afar should tell Allah. That Tinubu, he has become president, so he's alive, that he should do his 8 years, and should come out of there alive. and it should leave impact in the lives of Nigerians, like that prophet in Saudi Arabia, whose food is what they go there to go and see from all over the world, because that man left a footprint in Saudi Arabia. Tinubu will leave a footprint in Nigeria too. That's what they are praying for in Saudi. What would you say? Ami? Abi? Ami? Bokwari, see, Bokwari dey naked. He wrap cloth all over his body to show they took him inside that Kaaba. They took Bokwari inside Kaaba. Places where ordinary people know they reach. Still, God rejected him. Abi, wait you go talk. Ọlọ́run ó padà reject here. Now, Tinubu is back and they can begin to play that. You know, it's the same vibe. This one will just get more drama. You know, more drama. We be say you go be like, say, wait till they happen. I say, Nigeria. I don't pray for your shege to last 8 years. Thank you. I was going to take calls, but I think I'm going to just let us go to bed. Okay. It's, you know, I'm sorry that I kind of break my promise, but it's not a promise anyway. So if we don't, okay. Right. Let's see if I got that. I have a problem connecting my calls, and I don't know if it's going to be a long thing, but let's see how it works. Hello there. Hello there.
Yeah, GO of the House of Truth, TOT.
The Temple of Truth. You are blessed. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Mayegu. Good to get you today. I used to be a very good listener because I don't want to disturb by calling. I don't want to forfeit every second of your analyzing. So, but there was something that when was that day you were talking something, and this thing related to something important. I started calling, and it has to do with this. It has to do with this Oloshi called table shaker. Abi, what is it called? What is that his name?
Table shaker.
This man that is always.
Reno.
Yeah, Reno Mokri. Thank you. I don't say if I don't know you go. So now,
last few days, but go on.
So now, what I want to, I'm sorry, I'm not really going direct to what we are supposed to discuss today.
No, you can speak.
This is very important.
You know, as it be for here, when you get a chance of calling in, here, you don't really have to speak what I'm talking about. It may be something that you've always wanted to talk about. Now, go on, please.
Okay. Thank you. You always understand people's mind. So that is one thing about you. In short, my grandfather.
Please go on, sir. Can you see?
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, I can hear you fine. So now you are on Twitter. All of us are on Twitter. For food, Kayode, all these people that have name. What I want to ask is it that you are not interested in that guy or all this? Because that guy is really causing nuisance. And if you talk about racist, people that hate other tribes, let me not just say Igbo. This Reno Mokri is number one. In fact, I will rate him number one before Kayode and the others. So, but you have not been talking anything about this guy. I keep asking myself, is it that you just ignore him or is not? Because this guy is really causing really nuisance in the tweet.
And I'm gonna ask you something, sir. All right.
Okay, sir.
Waiting be Reno. If all of us want to get serious with our lives for real, like who be Reno?
Anyway, you are giving me the answer. I thought so, but it's very good that I said about.
You won't even appreciate me. if I write something on my program and say I want to talk about Reno, you'll be like, come on, Mayegun, you won't want to do that. Somebody like that just pop up in conversation, okay, is an irrelevant. They are like that. But let me tell you something. The currency that they spend is the attention that they get from people who always want to try to correct them or try to. Reno is somebody that you shouldn't, for any reason at all, take serious about anything. For if you know him very well, okay, yeah, his name is in this country. Sorry,
Maegu, I love you so much. You just gave me this answer you gave me now. Just made my day. You understand? And my night. I keep asking myself.
Things, you know that there are more important things that you should sit down there in one evening, right? That you should spend your time without wasting it than talking about people like Reno, because people like Reno and all the people that you have have in mind for Food Coyote and the rest, right? We have a basket we put them in. We call them one single name. So when we want to talk about them, now that time people like that should come to your mind, okay? Because I mean, imagine somebody will be seeing an old guy. Reno is older than me. The guy is like over 50. Sure you get But somebody will said on Twitter that he enjoyed more traffic from obedience on his YouTube here and there. That he made more money because he's abusing and attacking them, because obedience will always come back, and you know what I mean? And I was like, you are causing serious damages. Something that is actually real, is physical. Lives are involved. You call that traffic. I will never engage people like that. It's a waste of time.
God go bless you. As I'm telling you that God may bless you already, but He go bless you more, because I was thinking about this, and let me just say the truth.
Like that.
This same answer you said now is what I really thought. I said maybe this guy is not relevant. He's not worth talking. But when I get always when I'm in Twitter, I in fact if it say is it possible say I will just meet this guy for road, I go just make sure I come out three or 4 seats. You understand? And go
enjoying it. Okay, he's enjoying it, and it is called social currency. See, people who suffer this. Let me tell you something. There are people who are like naturally. Okay, they want to make themselves the center of every news. For example, right? If I've been doing my program. I've never put myself in the middle of it. Like, oh, I was there. I saw Tinubu in London 2 days ago. I just didn't tell anybody. Like trying to make myself center of the news, okay? Oh, they called me to come and see Tinubu 2 days ago. I rejected the call. Like I come online and say, oh, they called me. I'm not like that. People who put themselves like that, they always wanted to be the center. Something to just put them in the news, okay? And fair enough, there are some, all these media houses in Nigeria that always invite him. That makes him feel like he's somebody. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, Baba, I've spent 10 minutes talking about somebody who should not even be a body, right?
Thank you. No, you don't know how happy. You don't know how happy. This thing you are talking now, in fact, it gave me more hope and more life. I'm so happy. And the way you answered the question, in fact, I wish and I know that God has been blessing you, and you will live long to see every become if not Nigeria become a better place, but Biafra, Oduduwa, and the other ethnicity become a reality.
By the grace
because you have done so much. Thank you, my
you stay safe,
and have a blessed.
And you too.
Thank you too, and you too. My regards to your family.
And yours too. I mean, for real, right? There are those who shouldn't even be the center point. They may make some of these their usual statements and all that, okay? And they must be condemned when they make them, all right? But you shouldn't give them all the time, because, I mean, I don't know how you see it, but for me, nah. Hello there.
Maigo.
Baba.
Hello.
Kabiyesi, how you doing?
I did, Baba. I did. I'm very happy to get through to you. As in,
I'm happy that you got through, Baba. How your side?
My name is Chukwuemeka from Montreal.
Oh, bless you, Chukwuemeka. How is Montreal today?
Yeah,
it's all right.
We the manage am, oh Baba, we the manage am. It is okay.
We survive. We go survive.
My-
Keep pushing. Trust me. It's always worth it.
I've been now. Yes.
Bless you, Baba.
But honestly, I listened to your program yesterday.
Yes, sir.
It was really sober for me. I'm not gonna lie you. When I listened to the kind things where you talk, especially as regards the blasphemy, how they do them.
Mm-hmm.
No, Nigeria is messed up.